1. Part 1.
Autumnal awful, like in the meadow. Autumnal awful, like in the meadow. Labor Day, that lost Labor Day. The blood in your beautiful auburn, skull-sweltering picnic tourniquet. Red ants in your open sword heat blisters. My testament understanding, like a Strindberg pedestal. Like a Strindberg pedestal. I said this was a pale eggshell plantation. It reminds me of how we met in Scandinavia. Since you were having the baby 4 hours, and the baby never showed. You were having a fat 12 hours. And the fat never got on with it.
I've yet to meet an unhappy millionaire. But what I have found is that most of it comes across subtle.
I've had 16 cards of 3 weddings of flowers. Nobody bothered to wait to go soak up the table.
Inspirational message that perhaps if we was that little bit harder, we could achieve a little success that these people that we are showing on the series.
Now in the meadow, it is Halloween. A good Massachusetts Halloween. With the children in pagan masks coming to our plot. Their hands out. They're with the St. Joan church bells that ring out, fearing the rubber glove natural. Absinthe, astringent, nothing like deep southern spirituals they've never had the history for. It's like staring through a stained window, adjacent, a discarded, teal sexton paperback. They come with their massive appetites, even though these are experiments in agriculture.
It's different for several reasons. A few weeks ago, I hadn't had the TV set on. And I was flicking it aimlessly for a while, and then I started doing it deliberately. What was I watching? I was watching a series of images, all of them bloody. Guns, all kinds of weapons, corpses, cowboys and Indians, the good guys and bad guys. And for a moment it seemed to me that this compulsive set of images, I returned to myself. I was watching
incredible. So they
a person, a human being,
curiosity,
who was very, 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 very ill.
As light dimly rises, the persons in the play move in a random way up from beneath the high back platform. Some sit at once, others come farther down stage, seem to recognize each other, so others move alone.
Part 3. Part 3. Part 3. Part 3.
Love came to him eventually, crippled by phone sex in his younger years. There was a while there he could balance it out with beat poetry, the inverse of assembly line folk spoken by operators and torrid mechanics.
Of a great movement of humanity itself, called democracy, involved in the search for freedom, and that belief.
But there's only so much a boy can take delousing his mother's fright wigs, platinum blonde. The old woman torn and frayed herself in a manual wheelchair, but she was still a star, if you closed your eyes and remembered.
What is kindness? Kindness go in beauty? For beauty lives with kindness.
Studio systems, contracts, guild, and guts. Her screen name was Faye Ursula, and she starred opposite Bob Mitchum in a number of pictures, then was run over by time. So at last her son, our boy, was far from home, somewhere east, Westchester, NY, adjacent, because he was unable to take it in Hollywood anymore. He took out his camcorder, freshly bought, and hiding behind a cardboard cutout of Allen Ginsberg advertising silent cottage cheese. He filmed the Morton Salt girl in her overcast yellow raincoat, since he needed her image, not just the sound of those lurid talkies, their phone sex operators. Then he thought back to his dear mother, lonely, old, forgotten starlet, speaking demented in past sexy fur, perfume and piss stench, Anakalutha things. Like what America did you have when?
All we have, all we've ever built, all the hopes and dreams that we want to come to pass, all this is dependent on education in freedom.
Part 5. Part 5. Part 5. Part 5.
But love, is love enough? What love, what wave of pity will ever reach this knowledge? I know how to kill, I know, she was doomed in any case, but will that cure? Or is it possible that this is not bizarre to anyone? And I am not alone? And no man lives who would not rather be the sole survivor of this place than all its finest victims? What is the cure? Who can be innocent again on this mountain of skulls? I tell you what I know. My brothers died here.
It's like staring through a stained window. Adjacent, a discarded, teal Sexton paperback. They come with their massive appetites, even though these are experiments in agriculture. And if this really is a science trick, rotten ponies and other animals existing in this outer Eden, we'll say it's New Mexico, since we have most things. Grey American camp and secrets and fission and God. Save for candy, so I tell the mass kid stories of old Mexico instead. Our virgin, also William Burroughs, on the run, like outlaws. Our virgin, also William Burroughs, on the run, like outlaw days of Denmark.
Our virgin also, William Burroughs, on the run, like outlaw days of Denmark. Recreational use, adult movies. Your screen name was Angie Absalom. Absalom with all that wide makeup you shuffled underneath your fur. Only this time, you're like a skeptical corpse.
Recreational use,
Recreational
adult movies.
use,
Your screen
adult
name
movies.
was Angie
Your
Absalom.
screen name was
Absalom
Angie
with all that
Absalom.
wide makeup you
Absalom.
shuffled underneath your fur. Only
Absalom.
this time, you're like a skeptical corpse. Labor Day, all the way to Epiphany. Now you resurrect, cradling, back to Egypt. I didn't mean it. I hide my veil of tears. Soon, I'm searching under the mask of each ritual child for a fetal alcohol incident maturing. Their face like a specific moral map, like my career. They come with their massive appetites, even they come with their massive
I always spend the night here in the dressing rooms.
They come with their massive